Game week 4 didn't happen. Let's just pretend that. As I and others did not get that many points at all, but who did get a lot of points was these players that I'm going to go through now. And who are the players you should watch going into Game Week 5? We start with the goalkeepers, and first it's David Guetta. This guy, who at 5 million you might think is not the best option, but he is actually the keeper that has conceded the least amount of goals so far with only 2, and also the joint most amount of clean sheets. He could be a very good differential keeper, as Palace always seem to have good defence, even after a few players are missing as well. They do have a lot of tough fixtures next though, so maybe one just to watch for now and not get in, but maybe later down the line he'll be a great option. The next goalkeeper is Nick Pope. He has only just got 1 clean sheet so far, but he seems to be making a lot of saves that could eventually Google translate into more clean sheets. He does also have great fixtures coming up to potentially get a good run of points. Burnley's defence is a lot better this year than last year, so maybe it will happen. I do think he's the best looking 4.5 million keeper moving forward right now though. On to the other people who stop goals, it's defenders, and we start with Vestergaard of Southampton. He is very much Van Dijk-esque, being a great all-round defender. In his last 2 games now, he has kept a clean sheet and got a goal, getting him 3 bonus points in each of the last 2 games. They do have 2 potentially easier games next, playing Sheffield and then Bournemouth, so maybe another chance to get more bonus and overall points. At 5 million, he is a bit risky right now, but definitely one to watch. Then we have Masuaku. I never thought I would be reviewing a West Ham defender out of all, but here we are. He's played all 90 minutes in the games where he has played, getting an assist and a clean sheet in his last game to get all 3 bonus points. West Ham do have favourable fixtures next, and although their defence is usually wibbly wobbly, at 4.5 million I think he could definitely be worth it. On to midfielders, and there's a few this week. First we have Callum Robinson for Sheffield, who plays as a forward in real life, whatever that is, but in FPL he's a midfielder. He managed to get a goal and assist against Chelsea and played all 90 minutes, making him a very good midfield choice at what was originally 5.5 million, but now dropped a lot. He does have some tough games coming up soon though, but I can see him getting potentially quite a few returns after that. Next up is Leicester's Perez. No, I'm just kidding, of course. It's Leicester's Tielemans. Leicester seem to flow a lot better this time, with Tielemans being heavily involved, getting a goal and an assist. At his price, he could be the perfect Perez swap, as I feel like Iook is going to be playing most, if not all, minutes. But do keep in mind he does play it as a central midfielder that does score goals, but still a central midfielder that's less forward than others. Next up is one guy I was so close to getting in, and now I'm kicking myself I didn't get him. No, I'm not salty, and it's Kevin De Bruyne. We all know what he is capable of, but some of us were doubtful if he could actually do it straight away, and yep, he has. 5 assists and a goal in his first 4 already. He hasn't been getting a full 90 minutes every game, but this is just Man City protecting their sexy Belgium lad, so imagine what he could do if he is playing all 90 minutes. His price has already risen, and I feel like it's just going to keep going up and up, which is really sad news. If you don't have him, don't worry, I feel your pain. Man City play the defensively weak Norwich next, so could be another double-figure haul for the 3rd time this season again for De Bruyne. Next is another Man City player, and it's David Silva. This is an interesting one to look out for, because if he was guaranteed to play all the time, for his price he would be in everyone's team. But as Pep commits his usual fraud and just randomly selecting players, he could be in risk of rotation. But Silva has now got 4 assists in 2 games, and with it being his last season at City, I could see him potentially getting decent minutes. But personally, I think you should hold out just to see and watch for now. Our last midfielder is Hayden. The main reason I'm showing him because he is one of the few 4.5 million starters that has played all 90 minutes, but now has an assist. He could be a better Dendonker option, especially with Wolves in Europe, but only if you can't afford Cantwell. But with his price still rising, Hayden could be a good bench option. On to forwards, to get the goals in the holes, because any hole is a goal. First we have Tammy Abraham. Again, flexing on championship defenders as he does, but he has now scored 4 goals in 2 games. His price is already rising, but is still a very good cheaper option. I do fear he won't be able to do it against every team, as both of his goals this time came from defensive errors, so maybe be a bit wary of that, but he should still be one to watch. Then we have Jordan Iouk. Now, hear me out first. No 4.5 million forward is getting decent minutes, and Jordan has now scored 2 goals in 2, both of them well-worked chances as well. So could be a great bench forward that actually plays if you need to. And with Zaha being right next to him, there's always a chance chances will be created for him. I personally do not think he's good enough to be a starter in your team, but the best cheap forward bench option right now. If you chat any, you will get banged by Jamie Vardy, as a lot of people chatted about him after the first 2 game weeks of nothing, but now 3 goals and an assist in 2, showing you why he will bang you. Leicester did seem a lot better this week with a few switching up personnel, so I think Vardy could be a very good option, as I don't expect them to stop anytime soon. Leicester have got really tough games next, but not difficult for Jamie Vardy, as he loves scoring against the bigger teams. Then we have Aguero! Wow, who has now scored 2 goals in every game he's played 90 minutes, and has 6 goals in 4 games and an assist already. The way City have started this season, this is definitely not going to stop anytime soon, but his minutes could be limited throughout the season, so difficult to say if he's the best option. It would be pretty difficult to get Aguero, Sterling and another premium in your team, but I wouldn't jump ship just yet, as I feel Sterling and Aguero can get quite similar points throughout, but Aguero is very much one to watch. And finally, the last player to watch going into Game Week 5 is Firmino. 2 goals and 2 assists in 4 games, and at his cheaper price, and could help you settle with one of your either Salah or Mane. There is a lot of question right now on who will be the better option between Salah or Mane, but if you pair one of them up with Firmino, I'm sure it would help you settle it a lot. As you would say, at least one of them and Firmino is involved in every goal, so Firmino against Norwich next is the final one to watch. So there we have it. It is now the international break, so if you do want to watch these players for their club, it won't be for another week, but I will be making a lot of content throughout this international break, so as well as these players, my channel should be the next one to watch. So thanks for watching, and remember...
Don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now.